Welcome back. Today we are going to check out an Indian burial ground from the red paint people. They existed here in Maine 2,000 to 6,000 years ago. They disappeared. No one knows what happened, and they have no relation to any other First Nations people. And here's a mound in the woods. I think it might be a burial mound. They said the red paint people used to bury them in mounds out west, like on the west coast, but that's clearly a mound right there. Alright, we're gonna hike down alongside the little river here, and then I gotta go through an alder thicket for a little ways, and then we'll be at the burial sites. A lot of them were excavated about, I don't know, 120 years ago, 130. But they said there's at least 96 more that weren't. Yeah, they found stone tools, stone axes, gouges. They've found spears for fishing for swordfish, I guess. There's a Toddy Pond stream right there. The alewives should be filling it up pretty quick. There's some nice brown trout in here. I've caught a few nice salmon out of this little stream. And a lot of brook trout. Some fat ones. Alright, I'll be back when we get there. Alright, we're here. Just in there is where all the grave sites are. The excavated ones. And out that way, I walked in, I saw a bunch of mounds that weren't dug, but I ain't gonna show those because I don't want people messing with them. Alright. Here we go. There's one trench. Here's another. Another. Hold on, they get better. This is all a sandbar too, by the way, so. Alright, here's the good ones. Right here. This one, I don't know whether an archaeologist had checked it out or something, but it looks like it had been dug out a little bit recently. I don't know why they do that. It's already been excavated. I don't know if you can see it. There's a big divot right here. Another big hole right here. The camera don't do it justice, but right there and right there. Hey, there's another one. Whoa, that one was deep. And if I remember, there's a couple over here too. See that trench? Another trench. And all these spots right here, these high spots, all the dirt they took out of these. Oh man, I wish you guys could see it better. Yeah, there's a lot of history online about this spot, but no one ever comes in here. It's another one. Yeah, they go all out through this swamp, but the beavers had come in. And now it's a swamp. It used to be woods. I used to be able to walk right out there. Yeah. Yeah, supposedly northeast that way, there's 96 more along the shoreline that has never been excavated yet. There's another one. Yeah, they found stone tools and everything, and they only found one little piece of a femur bone. Other than that, they never found no other bones because it's really acidic around here. That was a big pit there. Look at all the dirt they took out. It's a big mound. Yeah. But this big one, I found an old map of the site, and the way all these holes were laid out all the way around, I've determined that this deep hole was the fire pit. Of course, it probably wasn't that deep back then. You know, that was 2,000, 6,000 years ago, so probably a good foot or two of this soil is just from leaf litter and every other thing too. Here's a nice pit. There's a bunch more out through there, but those ones, I'm keeping those ones a secret as far as where they are. Only because somebody had messed with that one over there. Well, looks like some deer have been in here. Maybe turkeys. They like to rip the ground up a little looking for bugs. Alright, thanks for watching. You have a good day.